Living in unfinished house is something people don't talk about honestly. In my last video, I shared about the advantages, and today I want to share the hard truth, including the risk, discomfort, and realities of living on an active construction site. So, hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Naseko Paps, and today I'm back. I want to talk about the honest truth that people don't talk about living in unfinished house. And if you have not watched my video, the last video that I made about advantages of living in unfinished house, please go and watch it so that you can come and watch this video and get where we are coming from. So thank you guys for the support. You are giving me so much support, you are interacting with me so well, and I appreciate that. So living in a construction site has its risk, advantages, disadvantages, all that, and I want to list them down so that you can get to understand. And if you want to do this, you can choose on which side you want to be, whether to wait for your house to be finished or to just live in that house while it's unfinished, so that you can get the balance of the two. So first things first, dust is a daily battle. Yes, construction sites have a lot of dust. You keep dealing with dust. There is no anything that bad like dust. Dust is everywhere. In the floors we have dust. The furniture that you are using, you constantly keep wiping them because of the dust. Clothes, dust. Even the air that you breathe sometimes has a lot of dust. So that about one thing about construction site. When construction is going, it is the dust never ends. The dust is everywhere anytime. So there is dust everywhere. Sometimes you have to water the floors just to make house livable. Yes, I've made a video me watering the floors. You know about this dust is that it has cement, sand, the mixture. It's not like the normal dust that you get on the roads when it's so dry. So this is dust that you get everywhere, even in the utensils, in your furnitures, in your clothes, in your electronics. You have to cover them because there is dust every now and then, and it's like every time you have dust in that unfinished house. So you have to know constantly how to deal with it so that it might not affect you and your family members. So another thing is noise from ongoing construction. Yes, there is constant noise when you're living in an unfinished house and construction is going. Food is moving around your compound, hammering, drilling, cuttings, fundi working from early morning. Rest becomes difficult and quiet moments are rare, especially when you are living inside the site. Like for me, I'm about to get started with the windows. I know the drilling will be the noise, the cutting of those metals will affect us so much, because you know how these metals sound when they are being cut, and then they start fixing the windows and everything will just be chaotic. There will be noise everywhere. So there is not that peace of silence for a bit, but I think that's the cost we have to pay to live in this house. But I know it's for a while, and after some time all that will go, and we will be peaceful at the right time. So if you want to live in unfinished house and there will be construction going, know that constant noise is everywhere from ongoing construction. So another thing is no real privacy. Yes, I know. If you have ever lived in an unfinished house, you know there's no real privacy. For me, I will start even not with the house, but I will start with the compound. I don't have a proper perimeter wall. I just have a fencing, the wire mesh fence. So everybody passing by can see what you are doing, what's happening in your house. Other people even stop to look at what is happening. You know, people in up country, sometimes it's like they don't have their own business to deal with. It's just slow living. So you find people, they are stopped at your gate, they are looking at your compound, asking themselves what is happening, and they can see you even outside and they can't even say hi. They are just nosy, so you have no privacy. Another thing is that fundis move in and out of the compound. You know, when the construction resumes, you have fundis in your space, they get out, they come in again because they are doing their work. So privacy sometimes it's not at its best. You have people moving around your compound or all that, and some days you feel like you are living in a public space, not your own home. You know, like there was a day I had like 5 fundis in my compound, and I was feeling like, hey, is this really my home or I'm in a public space? Because you can't be that comfortable. You know, there is this way you feel when you are in your own space, you are comfortable, you can do your own things. If you want to take a nap during the day, you can just take that nap and nobody will ask you. If you want to get out, you can just do that. If you want to lay on the ground on the compound, there is this peace and privacy that comes with your own space, but that you don't have when you have those foodies going around the space. You cannot take your naps. You just out of the sight, and they are like, I want this, I want it. So you just keep on, you just there, no privacy. But again, these are some of the disadvantages of living in unfinished house. You don't have to do it, but I want you at least to weigh the options, because I gave the advantages. Now I'm trying to give the disadvantages, so that if you're in this journey, you can try to weigh them out and see what will happen. So in that case, privacy, don't expect privacy if you have construction ongoing. There is zero privacy unless it's at night, but privacy, no, there is no privacy. So that's another thing. Another thing is safety risk. Yes, you all know a construction site is a danger zone. So many risks, so many risks. An unfinished house is not a safe place to be. We just tunajikausha and we say what the worst can happen, and then pray to God that nothing happens. But it's not a safe place to stay. There are open trenches, exposed wires, yeah, like the electricity wires, although mine are covered, but you find some places some are not covered. We have trenches. Like now we are doing a fish pond. I think I'll show you when the process and what's happening and when it's finished. So we have those trenches open. We have sharp tools. Yes, people fundis use nails are sharp tools or sharp sharp materials. We have nails, we have pangas, we have jembes, we have those msumeno, saws, a lot of things. Some are using electric whatever to drill things. So, and for me, like for people who have kids like me, I have to be cautious about those. We have also loose materials. Sometimes you are doing something and then they have just kept a stone there, they want to fix it. You know how kids are, they can go and play with it and things like that. So it's a danger zone, especially for children. If you have children and you are living in an unfinished house that construction is ongoing, you have to be very careful, very, very careful. Your eyes should be on your children every now and then, because you never know when accident happen. It just happened. So you have to keep on looking what they are doing, constantly reminding them that the construction is ongoing. Don't go to this place, don't go to that side, don't do this, don't do that. But you have to be very cautious with your kids. So you have to be alert with what they are doing. You have to be watching them every now and then. When you are doing anything, you watch them. Just be you be alert that something is happening and anything can happen at the moment. And sometimes you have nobody to blame. You just blame yourself, because who will you blame? So that's another disadvantage of living in an unfinished house. Another one is living with incomplete facilities. This is the biggest and the hardest thing, living with incomplete facilities. Simple things becomes complicated. What do I mean by simple things? Things like washing dishes. Is that a simple thing? You want to wash your dishes, you want to do utensils, but you have incomplete facilities. You have to improvise. Basins, sufurias, so you have to wash in them instead of washing with a sink. Another thing is temporary water connections. Remember, your house is not finished, you have to fix water temporarily, so sometimes it becomes hard living like that, so you have just to cope with it and have faith that one day you have the proper connections, that your daily errands can run smoothly. Another thing is unfinished bathroom. There is nothing bad like having unfinished bathrooms. When I moved in this house, we did not have proper bathroom facilities. I'm thankful but that right now we have them, but that can be challenging. I saw a person using a neighbor's bathroom facilities because their facilities were not yet done and they needed to cut the cost of paying rent just because the bathroom facility is not done. So it's so hard to live with incomplete facilities because daily routines take more effort than you should do. You realize that you are taking more time, more energy to do simple tasks just because the facilities that you have are not complete. So that another, I can call it maybe a challenge of living in an incomplete house. So another one is emotional and mental strain. Yes, I think this one is almost in all my videos. Emotional and mental strain. Living in constant construction affect you mentally. The noise, dust, lack of comfort, it can be exhausting. You all know if you are not comfortable, you will not be in a proper position maybe to think of a next move, to do some things, because you find at the end of the day there are some things you cannot do during the day. You have to wait for the night or when the work is done during the day so that you can do some of your things at night. So that can be stressing. It takes a lot of your times, it exhausts you. Remember, you don't have even the facilities to do that, so things become hard. It strains you mentally, it stresses you, and sometimes you start thinking to yourself, did I make the right choice? Is it the best move that I could have made to myself? You start some regrets because your mental state is not at the good, it's not that good at the moment. So we have emotional and mental strain. Another thing is delays and uncertainties. So construction does not follow your timeline. For me, this is true. You plan everything before you start construction. You have planned everything and then you realize, hey, as the construction is going, you realize you will not meet your target, the time you wanted to meet that target, or the time you wanted the construction to be finished. Some fundis delays you find. For me, I wanted the house to be started in September, but it was started in mid-September. And then materials run out. You have to go for other materials. And before maybe some materials, for example, the darugos, you can't order darugo today and then they come the same day unless you are near the place. For me, I was not near the place. So you find you order them today, they come after 1 day or 2 days. So you see the material are delaying. The other thing is weather change. There is nothing hard in Jengo like construction doing when it's raining. Materials, hey, there was this time I had an incident where materials could not get to my construction site because the road was so bad. It rained like for 2 days non-stop, and the lorries could, you see, lorries when they are carrying heavy materials, they find it hard to get to where you are doing your construction. So this brings some delays, and living there means you feel every delay more deeply. You know, it's not the same when you are building. When you're in a different place, you don't feel that delay, but when you are there, you're expecting the materials to be there. The fundi said they'll be here at 10, and then you realize the fundis are coming at around 11:30. You feel that delay because you want this thing done and finished now, but now those delays, the unexpected delays, they make you feel so bad. You feel the pain. It's not like when you are found, you are told fundi hajafika bado, and you are like, akifika niambie. Now in this situation, you are there waiting for the fundi to arrive. You are calling them, they are lying to you, or you are calling someone who is bringing your materials, they are lying to you. You feel it directly instead of, and there is nothing you can do. You just deal with it and you move on. So another thing is managing fundis while living there. Managing those people is hard. Supervising work while living on a site is stressful. But it's stressful, but it makes your work easier, because when they do something you don't want them to do, you can tell them the plan was this one, but you're doing this, and you can tell them, I don't want this one here, please move it to there. I don't want this to be done here, move it to there. So managing them is stressful, and actually it has some of your advantages, because you'll have the right things built at the right places instead of changing them later. Then we have, you're constantly checking progress, quality, and security. This is the biggest flex that I have living in this unfinished house. It can be stressful to some people. Yes, sometimes it stresses me, because there are times I feel that this is not the quality I want, so it started draining me. Financially, I tell the fundi I don't want this. Then you don't want this, you have to go with this option. It's more expensive. It's this expensive. Quality, yes, also quality. You have to check the quality and whatnot. It stresses you a lot when, especially, you do something and then you realize it's not the best quality. Like for me, there is something I did. I'll make a video on that when I get there. I did not use something quality, and now as the construction resumes, we have to redo it. The whole process, we have to redo it, because it's already not good. I'll do that video when that time comes. But you see, quality control and security, you have to watch over your materials, you have to watch over everything. As I said, privacy is not a thing at the moment, so you have to watch over your things, maybe materials, your house things. You don't know who is who. You can know your contractor, but you may never know the fundis. There is a contractor and the fundis that are being supervised. You don't know who is who, so you have to watch over your things for security. And it feels like work never really ends. You feel like you are struggling, you are always there, you are always monitoring everything. You feel like things are not going your way, and everything becomes chaotic. But at the end of the day, I think it's fulfilling. I don't know what to say. So that another thing. And I have to say that living in unfinished house, it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's not for everyone. Not everybody can do this. I can do this. It's stressful, yes. It's training, yes. But not everybody can do it. If you don't feel comfortable with it, just don't do it. Build your house slowly, and then you move in when it's finished. It requires patience, a lot of it. It requires resilience and constant awareness. You can't do this if you're not patient, resilient, and you have constant awareness. As I'm saying, it drains you. Every now and then you feel like you are drained, and but for some of us, it's a necessary step towards a big goal. And I'm sharing this so that you can decide with open eyes. For me, I decided to move in here because I wanted to at least do some things that I was not able to be doing when I'm renting. Some of the projects were like dead. I've started doing some of my project that I really like doing. So it's self-awakening, and it helps some of us. As I'm saying, doing this is not for everybody. If you're not comfortable, please don't do it. And so that you can be able to decide for yourself whether you want to do this or not, please watch this video. Go and watch the advantages that I made of living in unfinished house, so that at least you can weigh the two, the pros and cons, and then you decide, will I be able to do this? Will this benefit me or not? And will be my family be comfortable? How will I make my family comfortable? What are some of the measures that I'll take? As for me, I would advise, if you're starting to build, if you have money to and starting building, start with a perimeter wall. That's the biggest mistake I've made, not starting with a perimeter wall. At least perimeter wall give you some sense of privacy, but when you don't have it, everybody is in your business. Everybody, even passers-by, people you don't even know, they are in your business. So you can weigh these options and know what will work for you, what will not work for you, and then you decide for yourself. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and as I'm saying, I'll keep on updating you on what's going and what's not. And please subscribe to this channel, watch other videos if you have not, so that you can see where we are coming from, the journey from start, and why I decided to move up country, so that at least we can move together in this journey and you cannot be lost. So thank you guys for watching this video, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.